Your continued support of the Coin Stories channel is much appreciated. Price of cryptocurrency surges. The market is poised to be robbed just as Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high. The cryptocurrency is still performing admirably, despite a 6% decline from its day high of $63,632. Even if $3,568 is down almost 4% today. A month ago, we would have been content with the ups and downs of that theory. At this point, you must acknowledge XRP's merit. Never misses a good dip, although it may miss certain pumps. After all, XRP's price might rise even if Bitcoins aren't running. Just take note of the 9.6% decrease there. The price of XRP dropped the most when it occurred. Aside from Cardano, another cryptocurrency that I really like, the ADA brought it down by about 11%. Exactly on the day you're wondering, what the fuck? Cryptocurrency works, doesn't it? The relevant article can be found here. 10% decline in cryptocurrency. It went into a bloodbath as soon as it hit a record high on Tuesday, forcing low average traders who are overly enthusiastic to flee, and it triggered $1 billion in crypto liquidations. You have my utmost concern. People are exposed to too much radiation and perish as it should. That is the outcome of imitating another person. Someone values you less than an original. In my opinion, that pretty well covers what we saw. I mean, many theories were advanced as to why this happened, but I think that addresses most of the questions. The trading volume of Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, ETFs, surpassed the previous record of 7 billion BTC set last week, reaching a new record high of 10 billion BTC on March 5th. This is in response to the ongoing climb in the price of Bitcoin, though they offer substantial purchasing power. Exchange-traded funds, ETFs, they come with a hefty price tag, though they can also increase sales. Therefore, it is not biased. Ultimately, I think it will work out great. Its past and future actions are very obvious, yet any form of disturbance might lead to major market worry and sales declines. Digital ledger system. If you've been following the market for any length of time, you know that Coinbase would appear out of nowhere with new gimmicks every time prices went up. However, this time, consumers couldn't purchase or trade Bitcoin on the platform. On that particular day, it hit a record high. This is a really serious problem. Tell you what, I'll tell you this. Also, all of my foreign exchange programs have kicked me out. Finally, Bitchu's long-awaited email arrived, demanding confirmation of identification. There goes that. I am. In fact, you can find it just about anywhere. Unfortunately, I am stuck with these awful conversations with you since I don't have any other choice. It is just the way things are, even though there might be ways around it. Nevertheless, I am now limited to the main US exchanges. It has come to my attention that there has been a surge in emails that appear to be from Gmail, Juggling and Gmail, or a similar account. I don't use Gmail, for whatever reason. On top of that, I won't be sending individual emails to all of you. An email purporting to be from me could never be real. Blocking, marking as fraudulent, or erasing it is as easy as pie. I still don't understand what they want. They appeared to be trying to get people to react. Additionally, you should expect a request for cryptocurrencies or something like in the next mail. Do not participate in any way. Get rid of it completely. All of this is fake. I am not using email for communication at the moment. This very second. Ashley Prosper sent us the following email on March 1st. In the case of SEC SEC prevailed over the defendants by a default judgment, except for one. The digital assets and securities at issue in the complaint were all run on the same network. This confirms my worst fears that the SEC will formally designate Ethereum as a securities at some point. We can return to that topic at a later time since I still want to discuss it. Alternatively, let's return to the default decision. Check out Stuart's comment from yesterday on all the Rottweilers. SEC suggested that the judge look at a previous verdict from another court without mentioning that the prior ruling was a default judgment, i.e., no one showed up to defend themselves in court. Consequently, the relevant legal issues never gave rise to any actual litigation. The intention is not pure. I see what you're saying. Not showing up to a court proceeding will result in a loss for both parties. Things are the way they are. It should have been stated that the judge's verdict has not been seriously contested. You shouldn't draw any conclusions from it, as he acted as though this were any other routine choice. Wow, that was dishonest. His actions will be exposed by the court hearing that case, and we will most certainly hold him responsible. However, their methods there aren't novel. Such a default judgment is not necessarily an indication that the court considered the merits of the case. Rather, it just signifies that the defendants failed to appear in court, giving the plaintiffs the victory. Certain coins were considered security in this instance. A Ripple victory, for example, would exert a distinct influence on this. Never forget that the SEC will definitely celebrate it as a major win, even if that isn't quite the case. Now is the time to talk about this. Is a security theory surrounded and named by SEC? They could, I suppose, but I'd be worried a riot might break out. The idea isn't a security, and having SEC Director Henneman say so will cause a lot of problems, including the one with Hinman. To revise their storyline, they can now say, well, we said as of the network of that date, and it has changed. After staking it, they may proceed down that route, even though it is no longer compliant due to new causes. Also, in my opinion, it would be disastrous for Brignac. In my view, there is no significant triumph. No one in the crypto sector will defend them if they act in such a way. They will be unable to intimidate anybody and will instead face crushing criticism from all corners of the crypto community. Quite a few cryptocurrency companies are founded on Bitcoin or Ethereum, which can be a problem due to the high-stakes nature of the financial position. I think they would encounter significant pushback in that area. They would use the same support and armament to target a lower coin if they were unwilling to attack another coin. In my opinion, their accomplishment in that area is probably even higher. I fail to perceive the utility in doing so because it will undoubtedly cause significant damage to the cryptocurrency market and enrich many adversaries. Therefore, I do not think it is the best course of action for them to take. Because they are cowards, they will probably resort to striking someone else, maybe not someone really important, but someone else. Plus, in the case of a direct litigation, it is common knowledge that most participants in the crypto business will remove the coin from their exchange listings because they are afraid of the SEC's wrath. They will behave appropriately and follow the regulations. Unfortunately, all our efforts seem to have been in vain. It seems that this crypto space has not learned its lesson, but the entire crypto community would punish them, and they would lose money and suffer severe repercussions. If they mess with Ethereum, for many businesses, this would spell disaster. This is quite interesting to me. They mentioned Hinman, who oversaw the SEC's crypto regulatory framework throughout the Coinbase debate, demonstrating a conflict of interest on the side of the SEC. For him, even tiny datasets were returning millions. Obviously, there was a conflict of interest. Maybe the SEC is investigating this right now. Their only goal, in my view, is to collect evidence and eliminate any threat. That, to me, is the meat and potatoes of their research. I would be grateful if you could inform me here if the SEC's investigation is likely to yield any noteworthy findings, as I have little faith in the entire agency. My understanding is that the crew is comprised of really nice people. A lot of work goes into protecting investors from people like Mark Pagel. To be clear, I am not trying to paint the entire agency in a negative light. What we're talking about, though, are the leadership's political maneuvers. Please share your thoughts on this. I really doubt that they will perform a comprehensive investigation. I will be pleasantly surprised, though, if that happens. Any kind of subscription or like is greatly appreciated. Gracias por todo. Depart.